Alright, Shalom. Double honors to the elders of GMS and honest you brothers that be pushing this truth and sincerity. And we was gonna put some precepts together. We tried to put some precepts together. We was, talking about all kind of different topics, and we just let it flow really. But some of the stuff that's been saying, and you're gonna go to Amos the ninth chapter and the eighth verse. We'll start from there because that's my favorite scripture that encapsulates everything that needs to be talked about and said, really, pretty much, with all of these filthiness that's happening around us in the society, right? And on top of, to cap it off, you got dudes in Nate's camp disrespecting the elders as if to say they've seen, heard, or done some of the stuff the elders have been seen, done, and have gone through, man, right? Of which I'll make a note to go to Ecclesiastes, the second chapter, the first verse. Yeah, it's gonna be past time, right? But yeah, man, there's quite a few things, quite a few topics. Just three main topics I wanted to touch on. By the elders at El Tatara. The fact that the first one, like I've already mentioned, you got this Haitian cat disrespecting the elders, right? Of which the scripture says you can deal with these women, man. Certain things is not expedient on this side, right? As we're gonna see in Isaiah the 13th chapter, right, where it talks about are you in Isaiah? Oh, if you're in Isaiah, just go to the 13th chapter real quick. In fact, just read the whole thing. I'm down. The whole thing is beautiful, right? The whole thing is beautiful.
This is Isaiah chapter 13. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Right, and that's what we're doing in the spiritual sense and in the physical sense. The spiritual sense is that we're on this YouTube and we're telling you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, a lot of Hebrew Israelites, and we're over the camp. It just so happens I actually got it right here. And you see the sign, we the 12 tribes, that's the banner we're lifting up, man. Telling you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans to get right, man. It's about that time to get right about that, man. Alright, go on, bro.
Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty one for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a
tumultuous people,
tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
Right, and that's talking about the impending Armageddon. Right, everything always looks so good when the war is not there, man. Right, but the scripture says, "Be thou circumspect," right, and elders are circumspect. These dudes in these different camps ain't circumspect. That's why they don't never talk about the mark of the beast. More so than that, and more so to the point of the verse. Right, they'll never talk about that martial. They never talk about this kingdom going down. And that's a spiritual thing, because they don't really want this kingdom to go down, man. They really don't want this kingdom to go down, right? That's why they nitpick on the things that really are irrelevant, man. Yeah, you can deal with white women, but is that relevant to the moment right now? It's not relevant to the moment. This kingdom is about to be destroyed, man. Talk about that. Let me see you break down Daniel the 11th chapter. Let me see you break down Revelations really break this down. Right, which having said that, Lord's willing, I bring it down accurate as well. But then, a righteous man slip with his tongue. But then, the Most High will have it to where we study these scriptures, man, and the elders bring it out purely, man. Right, break these scriptures down to where you understand and you give the people the understanding of these missiles that are coming. You people don't do that. Man, I've never seen these dudes break down like Ezra was the 15th chapter where he talks about the martial law. Right, where it talks about America as being basically going to war with the Iranians, man. Right, them Arab nations remembering their wild-like characters, man. Right, the tumultuous noise, they never speak about it. Right, you nitpick on the things that are irrelevant to this point. Why? Because you want this kingdom to go on, but you want the facade of being in this truth. Right, and the facade of you being in this truth is like what women do. Right? When a woman thinks she's about something, when she thinks she's into something. Right? Let's say music, you're into music, you make music. What do women do? She come and start bickering and making noise and this person is better than that person and that person is better. Man, this is about the music, man. And really, that's a beautiful way to look at it, because really this thing is about this truth, man. This thing is about Yahweh Shai, of which you people constantly, disregard the name of the Lord when the scripture explicitly says, anything you ask for in the name of the Most High, right, the Most High will give it to you, right? What's one of the things you're going to pray for on this side? The strength of the Most High has it to where you can do whatever you got to do to keep this truth going, man. Right? But it looks like you guys got a lot of strength. You don't call upon the name of the Lord, do you? Right? That's why it talks about it in Proverbs, the first chapter, around about the 20th verse, right? Where it talks about I'll laugh at their calamity, I'll mock when their terror comes. Right? When their terror comes like a storm, right? And that's the same thing. It's going to be talking about, it talks about in the second Ezra, the 15th chapter, when terror comes like a storm, when man has no respect for the, I think it says it in that precept as well, right? Where it talks about a man shall not have pity for the womb, man. I mean, man, people are coming with all kind of Esau's gonna be coming down with all kind of wrath, man. Right? When he comes, he's coming for you niggas, man. Right? You real niggas, man. Right? Because funnily enough, right, the Most High is gonna save his men. Right? The same men that you scoff at, but the scripture says that, so we've been prepared for that, man. We laugh at the fact you criticize the men of the Lord. Man, because it exemplifies the scriptures even more, man. It proves the validity of the scriptures that it must even more. Because no one's coming up against you guys except for GMS, where everyone's coming up against us. And the scriptures basically say we're always going to be made onto a spectacle, right on the face of the earth. Right? Meaning when you're a spectacle, you're the focal point now. People can get all, they could be wrong, but they all come to you and say that you're right? Right? And you want to carry on, bro. So I got sidetracked there.
The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation.
It was the weapons of the Most High's indignation, going back to Zechariah, the 14th chapter, the 12th verse, right? Where the eyes shall dissolve within their eye sockets, their tongues going to dissolve in their mouth. It's talking about those ICBMs, man. Right? You can be destroyed by those nuclear missiles, man. Right? And bring it on, man. Let the Lord bring it on, man. Right? Save that, Lord willing, I ain't in part of those, partake of those missiles, man. And that nuclear shortfall, man. That nuclear winter that's coming. Right? Sorry for the lighting, it's kind of bright, so you can't see. The focus is all messed up. But go and carry it, bro.
Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Alright, so every man's gonna melt in that day, and I don't see you guys doing that, man. In fact, that's what I might title the name of this video. I don't see you guys getting on the topical issues that are happening out here. It's always something to do with it's pretty much public relations. That's what they deal with. That's public relations. Oh, you should speak softer. Right? You shouldn't be so offensive when you speak. It's the truth, man. Right? The Most High pretty much said it in the scriptures where you gotta use fair tactics to these people, man. Right? Let them be like, if I got this precept at the top, right at the tip of my tongue, right? Where it pretty much talks to just to something to the effect like, let them basically be afraid, man. Right? Let the children of Israel basically be afraid, so they come back to this truth and understand that you gotta hold fast to the truth. Right, because that's the only thing that's going to get you through this truth. And like it says in Isaiah, the scripture is slipping me right now. Right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Right, we're getting into those times. That's the time the brothers read it, man. Right, go on.
Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Yeah, pangs and pains is going to take a hold, take hold of all of you guys out there that be disrespecting the elders and so on and so forth. Man, the Most High is not going to be dealing with you in that. Man. Go on.
They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Right, you're going to be in pain like a woman that travaileth, man. You know a woman when she's giving birth, man. You know what kind of pain that is, man. Right, you're going to be in pain like that, and more so pain than that, man. Right? Because you came up against the men of the Lord, man. Right? Like the scripture said, anyone, the precepts are slipping me today. Pretty much something to the effect of anyone that rises up against you, cursed be the tongue that curseth you. Man. That's talking about the elect man of the Lord, of which I pray I am through the Hawaii outside. I'm an elect man of the Lord. Right? But the point is, you're going up against the elders. They're going to be elect men of the Lord, man. You're going up against the elect, man. Right? You're basically shooting yourself in your own foot, man. Right? Go on.
And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them.
Right.
They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another, their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate.
Right, he's gonna lay the land desolate. When did you last bring that out, man? Right, IUIC. I don't see these guys. It's never a hot topic video where these guys breaking down the destruction of this society, man. Right, you got a preacher coming?
No.
Go on. I thought you were holding. Sorry, I thought you was holding the preacher. Go on.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall...
why is the sun not going to give its light? Because it's going to be a nuclear winter, right? It's like my new favorite scripture now. I've been bringing out for a while now, for the last month, like again, because it talks about the destruction, but it also tells you what's going to be happening in the destruction, right? You ain't going to be able to see through the sun and the moon, right? Because you're going to have that nuclear winter. You're going to have that smoke, man. Right? You ain't gonna. He's gonna talk about all kind of topics there. But go on, bro.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
Right? Because who's the proud man right now? He's the proud man right now. Right? He basically thinks he's got right now, making all these GMO foods which you people are eating, right? And that's basically destroying your body, right? Of which this proud man, again, another topic that I was gonna, another topic worth mentioning rather more is the is this abominable things that are happening in society, to where you got these men, right? These men. Right, if they're not faggots, they're transvestites, right? This dude's getting full what's this, Cameron something, Carrera or some shit like that, man. That's a straight up man, right? That's a straight up dude, right? With a penis. He was born with a penis, right? Decided to cut it off. Decided one day to be a woman, right? That's the pride of this man. So you can do that in this society. You can wake up one day and you want to be a woman. You can be a woman, right? And what does that go to show you, man? This kingdom needs fire, man. It needs cleansing, man, because that's abominable before the eyes of the Lord power, man. That's abominable. And in what kingdom and what society is that right? Right? Because that's confusion right there. Right? And the Most High is not the author of confusion, so he's not a bringer forth of that. So if it's not of the Most High, by deduction, who was it of? It's of Satan. Right? Wrong, bro. Hey, and like I said, they don't touch on those topics neither. Right? Come on, bro.
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of their terrible. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Right. So all of this, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing with us, right? All this, that's just the hell, part of the hell we have to catch in this truth. Right? It's part of what we have to go through. Now hold that. Jump to Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha. Go to the second chapter. Right, so the scripture speaks about us being made more precious than fine gold. Now that's us going through this hell that we're going to go through. Right, we're going to see and behold the abomination that happens in this society. Right, we're going to see and behold and endure the difficulties that come with being in the society. At least these guys never talks about. They never talk about the difficulties of being an Israelite in this society. Israelite, it ain't a pretty thing right now, man. The Most High said he was going to come back, right, for the express purpose of, I think it says it in Ezekiel 37 chapter, for the express purpose of glorifying his own name, right? Said he didn't do it for us, he ain't going to do it for us, he's going to do it for his own name's sake. So his name is not being glorified in this, and that's because this guy was taking the piss out of the name of the Lord, man. This Haitian madman. He was taking the piss out of the name of the Lord, man. Right, that goes to show you one of the main reasons the Lord's going to come back. To have that name feared, man. Alright? And that's, hey, when you live with your dad and your dad's out the room and you start fucking up, what does your mom say, man? I'm gonna get your dad. What do? You get in line, man. Because it's that name, it's that reputation, man. Right? It's that power. Right? A name with which there is power in the name, because by that name you can get salvation. Right? And by that name, we also get destroyed, man. Because we curse people through that name, man. You better believe it, man. We curse these dudes, like this dude, man. He better drop dead, man. You know, name Yahaba Shimi outside, man. For taking the piss out of his name, man. And anyone else that comes and takes a piss out of the name of the Lord, better drop dead. Because like the scripture's gonna say here, right? And excuse me for getting a bit emotional right now. The scripture says, hey, we go through all kind of fucked up shit right now, man. Go through all fucked up kind of things in our life. And what name do we use to get out of those that madness, man? That hell that we're gonna enjoy. We use the name of the Most High, man. And for a man to stand up there in front of people and take the piss out of the name of the Lord, that's fight talk right there, man. Right? Hey, if you was in my face, dude, man, if someone ever, do you know how much patience a nigga has to have, a brother has to have, right? For someone to say that in your face and you just take it like that. Because I know the brothers down here, man. You say it in front of their face, you take a piss out of the name of the Lord in front of the brothers down here, they're gonna kick your face in, man. Right? And same thing goes with the elders, man. You take a piss out of the name of the Lord in front of them, man, you're gonna kick your face in, man. Right? Because like I said, man, that's what we go to. That's what we adhere to, like the scripture says, man. The name of the Lord is a tower to them that run to it, man. That's what we go for protection. Right? And most of the night when the real fucking hell comes, the real fuckery comes for you guys, man, that's what we're gonna run to as well, right? For away from those missiles. Alright? You're gonna start from the top, bro.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation.
So if you're fresh out, fresh in this thing, man, right, and you just got into this truth, man, prepare your mind for temptation, right, about prepare your mind for hell, right, because it's about to get into a really bumpy road, man. Right, go on.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
So basically, make yourself focused, right? Know what you're gonna do, which is bang out this truth. And really, when you do this truth, man, most likely will have it to where you'll create problems and you'll create solutions, man. You'll just be in a rolling cycle of problem and solution, man. If you start fucking up, you'll just be in a rolling cycle of problems, man. Right? Go on.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Right? So when difficulties come, just say, man, it is what it is. First and foremost, it's not your society. Our society, pursuant to Daniel 2:44, is going to be south. And you're going to be left to no other people. Right? Go on.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Right? To cleave unto him. We're going to cleave unto you. You're going to cleave unto the name of the Lord. You're going to cleave unto him. But it also said in the scriptures, the Lord comes in the volume of the books. You're going to cleave unto these scriptures. Right? Go on.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Right, because we're not going to be increased on this side. Man. And if you are, the scripture says, be as though that you had, as you didn't have. Man. Right? Because the vast majority of the Most High give you something, man, you're going to be so focused in this. If you're a man of the Lord, right, you're going to be so focused in this thing that it's going to be like it's not there, man. You deal with whatever you're dealing with, whatever facet of life the Most High might decide to base you with. You deal with it. Right, but you just go about your business. You're gonna do the scriptures. You're gonna study your scriptures, man. So it's almost like it's not there, man. All right, go on.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
So whatever the Most High brings upon you, take it. Just swallow it on down, man. Go on.
And be patient.
And really, more times than others, man, you can see the spiritual development after you take it down. You swallow it, and the Most High elevate you and raises you back up again. You can see that you've got character, and that's what we see. And if you've got any kind of spiritual awareness, that's what you see the elders have been through. You see these men have gone through certain things, man, to be in that position, man. Right? To be the elders. Right? And like, hell, man, I hope I don't have to go through any of that stuff that they have to be in that position. I don't aspire to be in that position, man. Right? Lord's willing, I just fulfill my lot, man. Right, go on.
And be patient when thou hast changed to a low state.
Right.
For gold is tried in the fire and acceptable in the furnace of adversity.
Right. So just as gold is tried in the fire, right, acceptable as an offering unto the Most High, because we basically make ourselves a living sacrifice unto the Most High. Acceptable men are made perfect, right, blameless, spotless, right, going back to the Lord, because where you pretty much give a sacrifice, it has to be blameless. In other words, spotless and without blemish, right? And the Most High does that by putting us through this hell that we go through, which you guys never talk about the hell that you go through, because you're not really catching hell, man. That's because you ain't men of the Lord, man. You ain't really catching hell. 501c3 charter, right? To basically avert income tax is not catching hell, man. The scripture says we were going to be subject unto payments. That's one of the hells that we have to catch to pay tax. Most High also said not to make no treaties or deals with these people, man. So that the 501c3 chart, that's not the way. That's not the scriptures, man. Right, go on, bro.
Believe in him and he will help you.
Right, so we believe in the name of Yahweh outside, and he's the one that really helps us, man, and brings us through things. Go on, bro.
So look, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside.
Right. Right. So we're not supposed to go aside from the scriptures. Now you want to go back to Isaiah the 13th chapter and we finish that out. Right? Because you guys are really coasting, man. Right? You're in this world, man. You're just a glorified Baptist church, man. That's all you are. You're glorified a Seventh Day Adventist, because that's when they believe the Sabbath falls. They believe it falls on a Saturday, right? They're glorified Seventh Day Adventists, man. All right. Now go on, bro.
It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light.
Right.
The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
All right, we've seen how that happens.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Ophir, yeah.
Therefore I will shake the heavens.
Right, so the Most High is going to shake these high places. Esau's nice spine and buildings, that's his heaven. He's going to shake them, and he's going to break them down. Go on, bro.
And the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and free everyone into his own land.
Right.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Right, so everyone that's joined unto America is going to be fallen by the sword. Go on. And really joined unto this man's system as well, because the scripture talks about if anyone is going to basically take up the principles of this world and be at one with this world, Most High is going to destroy it. Go on, bro.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
So that's what's coming for. That's what's coming for your children, Esau, man. Children going to be dashed towards pieces. That's coming out of the scriptures, man. Go on.
Their horses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
Right, their houses is going to be spoiled, right, and their wives is going to be ravished. So that's basically saying that we're going to be dealing with women of the other nations, right? They were strange women, just like our forefathers did, right? They were women of the other nations. Right? Now, there was a period of time where it was a decree not to follow the ways to deal with the way women of these other nations. Why? Because it was leading us into different philosophies. Now check it out. We're supposed to be the Gentiles, right? In the sense that we're strays away from the streets, of which we're all Gentiles, right? Now, when you're born, so you have an Israelite son, right? You go take over a nation, you have an Israelite son. Now, a whole line of Israelite comes upon. You're basically going to tell that kid he can't deal with the women that look like his mother. That don't make no sense, man. Right? But more so than that, our forefather Jacob had concubines. Right, he did. All of the forefathers had concubines, man. They dealt with women of all the different nations, man. Remember, like I said, right? You take one thing out of context to where there was a decree that you wasn't supposed to, and that was specific to the time, of which really there's a decree now not to use Facebook. Does that mean to say we wasn't allowed to use Facebook before that decree was made? Right? Or another example, there's certain laws that this man puts in place, which we have to follow, right? But it's not necessarily in the scriptures, right? The scriptures also say, you're gonna be, we're subject to this society. We have to do, things that pertain to this man's society, right? Like forcibly taking a woman, right? You can't do that in a society, of which I don't recommend you do that because that's stupid, right? But the scripture, if you have any other scriptural understanding, obviously the Most High is gonna put it forth to where, obviously, you're gonna take my daughter, you're gonna rape her. You better do something. You better marry that girl. Otherwise, it's war talk, right? So the Most High set it up that you would take that woman as a wife. Right now, if that woman had a man and you forcibly take her, right? That means that you're supposed to be put to death, man, because you're going off, right? You're committing adultery, right? But these women that are out here right now, they ain't gonna be screaming about it. They're gonna love that, man. Oh, they love that, man. You go to these clubs, man. Yeah, have you got a boyfriend? Yeah. Right, and you start walking away. Oh no, but I can still talk. Talk about what? The fucking weather? What are you gonna be talking about, man? Right? That's because these women are frivolous, right? They really, really, they're wicked. That's why they're like that, man. And a lot of you people, a lot of you guys are raised that you worship these freaking women. Right, you worship these friggin' women. And that's why you don't that's why you don't get the full scriptural understanding, man. Because your head is between these women's knees, man. You're bowing towards these women, man. Right? Which women don't really respect that. It goes back to the initial point. That's why they be coming out in these clubs, man. Right? Which if a woman has got a proper man, she ain't gonna be going out anyway. So we be putting down the hammer at home, man. Right? Now, but like I said, like we're in a society, so it ain't gonna be 100%. Even if you're in this truth and you have got your head 100, right? The Most High might test it to where your woman goes, right? So you get rid of her, you get another one, and I guarantee you it's gonna be a better one, right? But go on, let me not get sidetracked again.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not.
Right, the Medes is the Russians, right? They're gonna regard America's gold. They ain't gonna regard America's silver. They ain't gonna regard none of their payments. It's gonna go straight out to war. All right, like I said, it's another topic that you don't go into. 14th Street doesn't go into that. All right, Nate doesn't go into that. Nate and his men, and all of these other guys that come up against the men of the Lord, they don't go into these topics and talk about the destruction, man. Go on, bro.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Right, the bows gonna dash them young Edomites to pieces, man.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
They ain't gonna have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Does that mean to say they're gonna be going through the towns just like a video game, man? That's why Esau really gets heavy into these video games, man. So you make you people and his soldiers acclimatized to death, man. So you people really are acclimatized to death now, and that's why it says you're gonna have no pity for it. Right? You think about you on a game, you actually you don't have a game about abducting little children. Right? You don't have a game about abducting little children. He's making you acclimatized to that, man. Right? So you get used to death, man. And more so than that, his soldiers, he wants to make them acclimatized to that. Right? So they ain't gonna have no pity, especially on you Negroes, man. Especially on you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. You Israelites. He's not gonna blink twice for you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. He might blink twice for his people. He kind of remind him of his mom, or kind of remind him of his brother or his cousin or some shit. Right? But you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, really, this is when they get to be themselves and how they are in their own houses, man. Right? Which is racist Edomites. Donald Sterling told you Negroes that, man. And Negroes got all offended about that. But when that faggot was doing his faggotry on the NFL, they said nothing. And I'm pretty sure Nate didn't say anything. Right? And you got this transvestite growing big now. She's gonna be the new Victoria's Secrets model. Right? If really right? Nate's not mentioning that. It's just like once again, it's just a group that you name GMS that you hate, love to hate so much. Right? Bringing out the truth and bringing out the fullness of this truth. Right? And being the public eye, right? Being in the front line, right? Go on.
The eyes shall not spare children.
Anyway, the eyes of them storm raiders, right? Them raiding troops, you're gonna have no pity on them children. Man. Go on.
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees,
the excellency.
The excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be.
Yeah, that's all right. I think we brought this out last week. I just remembered. I think we brought this scripture out last week. But hey, it's all relevant, man. It's all relevant. Now, I think that's pretty much it. I think I pretty much touched on the topics I wanted to touch on, right? And even if I did bring it out last week, Lord's will, it's still of some effect towards you. But I'm feeling that scripture right now. I'm feeling that precept. I used to bring out 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter a lot back in the day. I used to like that, but I feel like that's more relevant. That's got more gore in it. It's got more presence and effect, more substance. Yeah, well, not necessarily more substance. It's all truth. But you know what I mean? That scripture resonates with me a little bit. So like if it's the same precept as last week, but the topic, you wanted to touch on the topic, and you was there by coincidence. We just let it roll. Like we just bring these scriptures out sometimes, but sometimes we have a structure, sometimes we don't. It's just one of those days, and the scripture that the Most High wanted to be brought out, right? But you guys, the point is, you guys don't talk about that, man. Let me hear you talking about that, man. Let the world hear you talking about that. We ain't gonna hear you talking about it because you guys want to be involved in this world. You want to be loved by the people in this world, man. You really love this world. Like, see, brothers out here ain't scared to be hated by this world, man. That's why we do what we do, and we do it how we do it. That's Snoop Dogg there, isn't it? Right? That's why the Spirit has it to where we do what we do, man. We bring this truth out rough, because really, man, you think about a man that's gonna put down law, man. You want a soft dude putting down law? That don't make no sense, man. A man of law is gonna be focused, right? He's gonna be, for the most part, a quiet man and austere. The Lord was austere, man. Right? It said, the scripture says it's a fearful thing to be in the hands of the Most High. So the Most High, by deduction, is an austere dude, man. Right? He's a fearful man, man. Right? And the scripture says, be ye perfect, like your Father in heaven is perfect. So what are we going to become like, man? We're going to become like these soft dudes with their beards all rounded off, the corners of their beards rounded off and shit. Of which, man, I don't shave, but that's what's on my face, right? I don't shave. Right? These dudes will all be lining up, and they got their all, they look like the epitome of blackness or black men in this society. Like if you was gonna go to like a rap concert and dudes were all, like when dudes go out, they really wear the nice shirts and all that. That's what these dudes look like, man. The scripture didn't say we was gonna be out here smooth and trimmed, man. The scripture said contrary to that. We're pretty much gonna be like bums, man. Right? Which, hey, man, that's how the Most High sets it up, man. Right? Because when you're a bum, guess what you think about? You think about these scriptures, man. But when you look like these dudes look like, right? Imagine how much you dressed up all in blue and the garments all match and color coordinate. You think who's that gonna be attracting? Be attracting those women, man. That's what it's all for with you guys. It's all for these fucking women, man. Right, which Most High said we're gonna have all kind of fucking women in this kingdom, man. If you got the one, you got the two, whatever, just do what you're doing and focus on this truth, man. And you got none, more power to you, man. Focus on this truth, man. Right? Now, that's pretty much it, unless you wanted to say anything, man. I think I touched on everything I wanted to touch on. But like I said, man, touch on those topics, man. Let me see you talk about this destruction, and see you talk about the chip that's talked about in Revelation's 13th chapter. And let me see you get on these women, man. Let me see, because a real man will get on his women. I'll get on my women. Right? I get on the women. Like, most likely, you send me a woman and she kind of half right? But I know the scripture. I'll tell her to get right, man. Oh, not fully, not like break down the Bible to her. That would be stupid. Right? But, if there's a certain aspect I don't like, man, I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like this salad. No, not like that. But, I don't like you going out so much, man. Right? And these dudes won't do that. Right? But pretty much, look, I'm getting sidetracked right now because I'm, I was a bit offended with what these dudes were doing with, this Haitian madman was doing, and this guy Nate and his men don't ever talk about the destruction of the chip, right? And you got all of this madness happening, they never talk about it. But you know what? Pretty much with that, I'm gonna sign up. Say, you brothers stay up, which you're gonna do anyway, because you're men of the Lord. Don't be offended by these guys. Don't be surprised if they do some more craziness, man, because they're a bunch of madmen. They ain't even have fear for the name of the Lord. Alright, pretty much, double honest to the elders of JMS. Honestly, brothers, I've been pushing this truth, man. Alright, shalom.
Shalom.